The woes continue for the Russian after she pulled out of next month's premier mandatory tournament. It is unclear as to when Maria Sharapova will be returning back to the tour after she withdrew from the upcoming BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells due to a shoulder injury. Organizers of the tournament confirmed Sharapova's absence in a tweet published on Wednesday. The 31-year-old, who reached the fourth round of the Australian Open, last played at the St Petersburg Open. However, at the tournament in her home country she was forced to pull out shortly after winning her opening match. "I tried to do everything possible to be able to be ready to compete this week, but my right shoulder continues to be an issue for me," Sharapova said in a statement on January 30th. "I will meet with my team of doctors over the next few days to evaluate the situation, and I look forward to returning to completion as soon as possible." Sharapova has been blighted by shoulder problems throughout her career. In 2018 she ended her season early to recover from a right shoulder injury. Making her comeback at the Shenzhen Open earlier this year, the Russian reached the quarter-finals before retiring in her match against Ariane Sabalenka due to her shoulder. Overall, she has played 8 matches so far this season and have won 6 of those. The shoulder hasn't been much of a secret in the past year. "That's been something I have been struggling with and had to shut down the season after the US Open," Sharapova told reporters at last month's Australian Open. "It's still not where I want it to be, still working through some painful days. That's something that I have had to deal with since I was 21 years old and really at the peak of my career, which kind of came unexpected. I saw my doctor at the beginning of December, and he says it's a day-by-day pain management situation. It's definitely been an issue for the majority of last year and going into this year, as well, but it's something that I'm still working through." Sharapova is a 2-time Indian Wells champion and last won the title back in 2013. She will be replaced in the draw by Mona Bruthel. This year's tournament will get underway on March 4th. Simona Halep, Angelique Kerber gain momentum at the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex. Simona Halep, photo by Chrysaline Caio, copyright at Sport Vision. Top seed Simona Halep had a duo of reasons to celebrate at the Qatar Open on Wednesday. The reigning French Open champion kicked off her campaign in Doha with a 6-2, 6-3 win over Alessia Suarenko to book a place in the quarter-finals of the tournament. Despite the straightforward score, Halep was forced to battle back in the second set. Recovering from a 1-3 deficit by winning 5 games in a row to claim the match. The win increased Halep's winning head-to-head against the Ukrainian to 6-0. "It's always tough to play against her, because she doesn't give pace. She has a strange game in the direction that she feels the ball really well," WTAtennis.com quoted Halep as saying. "It's not easy to hit the ball from her balls. It's always tough, but I got the feeling against her, and maybe that's why I can win every time I play against her." As a consequence of her latest win, the 27-year-old has ensured that she will rise back to world number 2 next week. Halep was in a 3-way race to the spot with Sloane Stephens and Karolina Pliskova. Stephens isn't playing in Doha this week and Pliskova has withdrawn due to a viral illness. World number 1 Naomi Osaka will keep the top spot this week regardless of how well Halep performs. "It doesn't matter now the ranking," Halep said during her on-court interview afterwards. "I just play to win every match I play. I step on the court, I just want to see how good I can be. If I'm second now I will fight to be number 1 again. Now I just want to be back on court and enjoy tennis." Halep's next challenge comes in the form of Germany's Julia Gorges. A player Halep last faced at the 2016 Miami Open. Gorges outlasted Alison Risqué 6-1, 6-7, 5, 6-4, in a marathon clash that lasted more than 2.5 hours. The German failed to convert 6 match points during the second set. Julia Gorges claims the victory over Risqué, 6-1, 6-7, 5, 6-4. advances to the Qatar tennis quarterfinals against Halep, picked out twitter.com/x8VGKRB, WTA, @WTA, February 13, 2019. Kerber reaches new milestone. Chrysaline Kayad copyright, @Sportvision. Elsewhere at the tournament, two-time Grand Slam champion Angelique Kerber recorded her 600th win on the tour at the age of 31. The third seed won 65% of her service points and blasted 10 winners past in at Cantivate during her 6-1, 7-6, 3 victory. Kerber, who broke her opponent 5 times during their clash, prevailed on her 8th match point. In the second set, she had nothing to lose at the end, Kerber said of Cantivate during her press conference. She played better and better. And, yeah, I was always really close to win the match, but she was always fighting. At the end I was happy that I closed it out in 2 sets and played good in the tiebreak. This week Kerber is seeking her first title since winning Wimbledon back in July. She will next take on Barbara Strychova, who is currently ranked 5th in the doubles. The Czech down Russian qualified Anna Blinkova 6-0, 3-6, 6-0. I know what to expect against her, Kerber said. I know that I have to play my tennis. Yeah, she played good here already. We practiced a few times together. You know, it will be a tricky match because you never know how the weather conditions are here as well tomorrow. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing another good match here. All 4 quarterfinal matches will be played on Thursday at the Khalifa International Tennis and Squash Complex. The former world number 1 has her eyes set on winning the team competition this year. Simona Halep cheering on Romania in their Fed Cup clash with the Czech Republic. Image via ubatennis.com. Reigning French Open champion Simona Halep has pledged to fully commit herself to the Fed Cup after helping guide Romania to a shock win over the weekend. Halep recorded wins over Katerina Siniakova and Karolina Pliskova during her country's surprise 3-2 win over heavyweights the Czech Republic, a team who has won the title in 6 of the past 8 years of the competition. The deciding win was clinched in the doubles when Romania's Irina Camelia Begu and Monica Niculescu defeated Siniakova and Barbara Krejcikova 6-7, 2-7, 6-4, 6-4 in a match that lasted just under 3 hours. It was my biggest and best win in the Fed Cup, and to win both rubbers against the Czech Republic means a lot to me because they have such a big history in this competition, Halep told reporters following her win over Pliskova. Romania now finds themselves in the semi-finals of the competition for the first time since 1973. Last year the team defeated Canada in Group 2 and then won their playoff tie against Switzerland to graduate to the top tier of the competition. They have a winning 6-3 record in the Fed Cup since 2015. Reflecting on the latest triumph, Halep believes it will help inspire the next generation of players in her home country. During an interview with Telecom Sport on Sunday, the former world number 1 says she will give her all to the team this year. It was a very tense match. It was even harder in the stands. I was very nervous. Monica asked me before if I want to get in court, but I told her she is better. The Romanian journal quoted Halep as saying, "We all made a huge effort for this game. We played against a big champion, Czech Republic. The girls are extraordinary. They left their heart on the court, so they managed to win. As I said before, this year I am giving all for the Fed Cup team. It is a huge step for us, for our country. The little ones who start playing tennis can trust us. This Fed Cup means something." Hoping to reach the final for the first time in history, Romania will take on France in the semi-finals in April, a country they last played back in 1976 at the Spectrum Stadium in Philadelphia, America. France defeated Belgium 3-1 in their quarterfinal tie. The semi-final tie will be held in France at a yet-to-be-confirmed venue. In the other semi-final, Australia will take on Belarus. The world number 6 paid tribute to Vaughan shortly after she completed the final race of her career. Roger Federer and Lindsey Vonn, sportsmarketing.fr. Former Olympic downhill champion Lindsey Vonn was left stunned after she received a special tribute from multiple Grand Slam champion Roger Federer. On Sunday, Vonn participated in the final race of her career at the FIS Alpine Skiing Championships in Sweden. Finishing third in the women's downhill competition, Vonn became the oldest woman in history to medal in the championships and the first female racer to win a medal at 6 World Championships. Another record for an athlete who is statistically the most successful female skier in the history of the sport. Speaking with Swiss media after her latest achievement, Vonn was handed a phone from a reporter. On it was a video from Federer, who praised the American and wished her a happy retirement, prompting a clearly delighted Vonn to shout, "Roger, oh shut up," when she saw the video. Vowing to go to Wimbledon to watch him play later this year. https://twitter.com/rds sports/status/109461579232967885. 34-year-old Vonn is a keen tennis fan and has been spotted attending numerous tennis tournaments. During an interview with Forbes magazine in 2017, she said she tried her hand at the sport at a young age. Although Vonn said she was terrible, and switched her focus to ski racing instead. "My dad tried to get me to play tennis when I was 4, and I was terrible," said Vonn. "Then he switched me back to ski racing. But I've just always loved it. It's very physical, it requires a lot of mental strength." As to who she idolized, Vonn said it was the formidable Pete Sampras that sparked her love for the sport. Although she is a big fan of Federer's graceful play and cited his 6-month injury absence back in 2016 as inspiration for her when she was experiencing her own physical struggles. Vonn has been involved in numerous high-speed crashes during her career. "Pete Sampras was the one that really got me into tennis. And then of course, when Roger Federer came along and beat Pete. Roger's style and just the way he plays is just so graceful, he makes it so fun to watch. And when he and Nadal are rivaling too many times, and watching Wimbledon so many times when they were playing against each other. For me as an athlete, it's inspiring to watch," she said. Vonn ends her career with 82 World Cup wins, 4 overall titles and 1 Olympic gold medal from 2010.